So I've been thinking lately about our time and how we use it. I have shared a few short videos about time and why we need to be intentional about how we use our time. It turns out that we can hardly do anything if we do not pay attention to our use of time. Our use of time is basically our use of our lives. And if we take it for granted, we waste our lives as we waste our time. I talked to a few people some time ago, and I was talking to them about how they respond to working in an environment where they don't have to be busy all the time. A number of people do not even value their waiting time. That's the time between what's next to do and what has just been concluded. A lot of times that's all the time that you need to fulfill the dreams in your heart. Have you thought about how many things that you want to do, you really want to do? Deep down in your heart, you want to do these things and you want to make them a reality. However, the demands of life does not permit you to do these things. You can actually do these things if you manage your time properly. You don't have to have all the time in the world. You just need to manage the one that you have. It turns out that no matter what you do, you cannot have more than 24 hours a day. And it is how you manage the 24 hours that determines if you're going to be a successful person or not. So, what do we do? To start with, we need to keep away from clogging our lives with activity. A number of people are biting more than they can chew when it comes to the use of their time. We think we can do everything, whereas we're only unconsciously sacrificing certain things. So you can start out on a day, a very beautiful day, with a long list of things that you do. And you say, oh, I was told in my time management class to have a to-do list. And when I have a to-do list, it's going to help me in managing my time well. Yeah, so you start your day with this very long to-do list. Your to-do list includes everything that you can think of. The one thing you forgot to do is to check out, one, how long is going to take to do these things. Two, have you considered the fact that some of these things are dependent on other people who you don't have a control over their time and their intentions and their actions and their speed? So it turns out that what you have put on your to-do list is what you might need to do in 3 days, but you are intending to do these things in only one day. If you really want to manage your time, be wise about how you plan. Be wise about the number of things that you put into your 24 hours. Ensure that your priority is at the top before you consider other things. And don't assume that you have the all things being equal key. Because the fact remains that all things are not equal. People don't respond to things the same way. And given different circumstances, you will respond to the same thing differently. So you don't assume that things are going to be equal. So you always leave room for all things not being equal. Leave room for the excesses of others. Leave room for the weaknesses of others. As a matter of fact, leave room for your own weakness and your own limitation so that you will not be disappointed. Because if you clog your day with too much, what is going to happen is you're going to do what the bit you can do, but you will not have the opportunity to choose what you can do and what you cannot do. You will be forced to let go of certain things at the point you realize that you have too much on your table. So it's wise that you start your day being realistic about the circumstances that surround life if you really want to manage your time properly.